There is no more enticing problem to me than film. It's the most communicable form of art we have. I think that we all have experienced emotions with film. Maybe music trumps it, but there's so much that you can do with film. And growing up, I devoured films. I devoured as many as I could from around the world. I think that my experience with film, it happened over a very compact period of time. After I matriculated, my family couldn't afford to send me to university, so I had to kind of work a few jobs to work up to that. And in doing that, you have weird office hours. On my off time, I would just be outdoors. I'd be in the world. And a camera is a great companion to have along with you because it's this conversation between the things that are in front of you and it. It's the only inanimate object that can tell you something about the scenery. So I think that I started shooting to have companionship on my weird off days, my weird office hours where I just happened to be awake at sunrise, every sunrise for a year. And a camera is a pretty reliable person to come along with you on each of those expeditions. Because I was shooting every day, and because we grow in this age that people can directly interact with your content, I actually gained quite a decent following. Our industry is one of the most accessible meritocracies. You're there because you're making good enough stuff. I was immediately thrust into these spaces where, because I could create the content, I was being asked to create the content. Like I had felt as if it was this build-up to me going to university. And then exactly when things were at full momentum, this train called like the creative industry kind of came and smacked into me and diverted all of that. A lot of people in the creative industry, there's almost this cottage industry around, like, how do you achieve the film look, right? And I think that the reality of it is the film look is about 200 talented people doing their job very well. And I think that it's a fallacy to pretend that you as one person or you as one creator can emulate that. I might be wrong, and technology has bridged that gap. I might not be able to make something that looks like David Fincher, but I sure as hell can create something that nobody 10 years ago could do by themselves. It harkens back to that thing of, if you took me back 10 years with an unlimited budget, I wouldn't know how to make a film or any creative project. And that's because my process, my experience is tied to you airdropping me or teleporting me to one place and what I'm able to capture with what I can physically handle. When it comes to the Sony a7S III, it fulfills that promise. It is the promise of you send one person and one camera, and they are able to create without limits. They are able to make things that took a crew of 200 people to make less than 10 years ago.